First, the top news headlines. Manipur observes 83rd Nupilal Day 2022. People fondly remember brave Manipuri women who waged wars against British imperialists. In Gujarat, Bhupendra Patel sworn as Chief Minister after sweeping state assembly elections, trouncing rivals Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. Imphal City hosts 31st Nupilal Memorial Race. Mahood Minister Iscom urges people to draw inspiration from strength and courage of Manipuri women. And over 50 aspirants protesting for teaching jobs as graduate teachers suffered injuries when security personnel resorted to lathi charge in Agartala. A very good evening. You are watching IS Primetime English News. Before we begin, IS News would like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, wear masks, protect yourself and get vaccinated to ward off COVID-19. This is Suraj Khongban Tabam giving you the news. Now the news in detail. Manipur today observed 83rd Nupilal Day 2022. People across the state fondly remembered the brave Manipuri women who waged two epoch wars in 1904 and 1939 against mass exploitation and artificial famine triggered by the British imperialists. This state-level function was held at TZ High Secondary School, Imphal, close to Nupilal Memorial Complex. Earlier in the day, political leaders and people paid rich tributes to the brave Manipuri women who fought against the British colonial rule at Nupilal Memorial Complex. Speaking at the event, Power Minister Thongam Biswajit extolled the valor and indomitable spirit of Manipuri mothers who fought against the mighty British colonial rule. He called upon everyone to imbibe the indomitable spirit and courage of those brave mothers who fought gallantly against the monopolistic policies of the colonial rule and strive for an egalitarian society. Stating that Nupilal is undeniably the most important movement of the Manipuri women in the colonial era, he recalled the bravery of the Manipuri women who fought against the oppressive economic and administrative policies of the Manipuri king and the then British government in 1939. He mentioned that the day pays respect to those courageous Manipuri mothers and maintained that the day is of great significance in the history of the state. Biswajit asserted that even today the women folk is leading in various issues and bringing socio-political reforms in the state, and mentioned their tremendous role in partial lifting of the draconian Armed Forces Special Powers Act (AFSPA) from the state. The minister further highlighted the initiatives taken by the state government for the welfare of the women folk of the state and said that the government has constructed 7 all-women markets, adding that 10 markets are under construction. He also said that old-age pensions are also distributed to elderly women folk under the Social Welfare Department.
Nupising oiba socio-economic growth ta hena phanaba aduga makhoi empowerment pibo oina koi sarkar asina district tareta nupising oiba kaitel sagre aduga hojik toan mafam tarada ekhoi gi leriba nupising gi oiba kaitel sari habising chu ai lahona ngasigi numit asida panjage akoi ngasi tawriba aduga pangthoiba nupilal gi punamak singche matamdu tawkhiba amade thokhiba thodo kaya bo ningsing bagalorena ekoi ngasi thona phana pangal leina amade ningjel leina leba ke damta iramdam gi damakta ekoi na hona minarakanda chapkhatpa amma porpa asina ekoi ngasi nupilal gi pangthok debasigi magun takani.
Speaking at the event, Mahood Minister Yumnam Khemchan said that Manipuri women folk is renowned for their unique role and status in history. He asserted that they take pivotal role in showcasing the rich and unique tradition and culture of the state across the world. He said that the revolt by the women against the monopolistic administration signifies the importance of women in the state and their role in the society, and urged the people, especially the upcoming youths, to follow the ideals and paths of the brave mothers. A drama based on Nupilal movement was also showcased on the occasion. It should be noted that Chief Minister N. Biren was unable to attend this year's Nupilal Day observance as he is currently in Gujarat to attend the swearing-in ceremony of Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel.
Pichibiki atuppa jaga da nupi me amna hora kanda sasan du against the lan hobai se koi mani bugi ma sing na hogi hidam labam moramba ima sing du ngasi koi na nijang anga koi lagi da basu yaure lagi basu yaure ma koi kuno kurum jari ma koi gi pangal thongna do ngasi gi generation su lebam tu ena khali loina koi nupa sing na nat kalo hai koi gi visual ji nat ki visual to na de to ima I be listen is sing na adum koi gi traditional dress observe to na nat kan lai mani bugi samaj da ima Bhupen
Patel, Bharatiya Janata Party's soft-spoken face in Gujarat, has retained the chief ministerial chair after the party swept the state assembly elections, trouncing rivals Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. Patel was sworn in as chief minister in Gandhinagar today. Patel was administered oath as the 18th Chief Minister of Gujarat by Governor Acharya Devvrat at the function held at the helipad ground inside the new Secretariat complex in the state capital. The ceremony was attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP National President JP Nadda, several central ministers including Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Mansukh Mandaviya and top BJP leaders and chief ministers of states ruled by the party. Patel won a second straight term from the Ghatlodiya Assembly seat in Ahmedabad district by 1.92 lakh votes in this year's election. A low-profile BJP leader and the first from the Kadwa Patidar subgroup to hold the top post, Bhupendra Patel replaced Vijay Rupani in September 2021. Contrary to concerns about anti-incumbency, the BJP had achieved a landslide victory in just concluded assembly elections in Gujarat, winning 156 of the state's 182 seats and 53% vote share, paving the way for the party's seventh term in the power in the western state. Chief Minister Nongthomen Biren also attended the swearing-in ceremony of Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel today. 16 other cabinet ministers were also sworn in during the event held at Gujarat Gandhinagar's helipad ground. The audience also included members from other backward classes, scheduled caste and tribes and women seen as key vote bank for the 2024 Lok Sabha and then 2026 state elections. Patel, 60, resigned as Chief Minister along with his entire cabinet on Friday to pave the way for the formation of a new government following the election results. He was elected as the leader of the BJP Legislative Party on Saturday, after which he met the governor and staked the claim to form the next government. In the recently held Gujarat Assembly elections, the BJP registered a historic victory in Gujarat by clinching 156 seats in the 182-member House, much higher than its tally of 99 seats in 2017. The 31st Nupilal Memorial Race was organized by state-level Nupilal Ningsing Lamjel Singchamay this morning as part of the 83rd Nupilal observance. The annual race was flagged off by Mahut Minister Yumnam Khemchand from the Nupilal Memorial Complex in Imphal. A large number of women took part in the race held in 3 different categories. The race concluded at Singchamay Supermarket along National Highway 102. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, Minister Yumnam Khemchand asserted that people should never forget the contributions of Manipuri women in shaping and transforming the state. Exhorting people to draw inspiration from the strength and courage of Manipuri women, he asserted that the sacrifices of women during the outcry against oppressive colonial policies will forever be enshrined in the history of Manipur. He also wished that the day ushers in peace and prosperity in the state. After the runners reached Singchamay Supermarket, a memorial function was also held there to pay tribute to those brave women who took part in the Nupilal. Sunita of Hangang bagged the first position in the age group of 36 to 45 years, while Paunam Indira of Tagel Khongban clinched the first place in the age group of 46 to 59, and T.H. Ekasini of Samurok stood first in this age group of 60 and above. More than 50 aspirants protesting for teaching jobs as graduate teachers suffered injuries when police and security personnel resorted to lathi charge on the peaceful protest in front of the residence of Tripura Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath today, the report said. The incident soon embroiled into a political warfare as opposition parties hit out at the BJP government over police brutality on the protesters seeking what they deserve. One of the protesters and a vocal voice for the aspirants, Biplab Bhaumik, said, quote, "We have gathered in front of the residence of Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath to meet him. In our previous meeting, he had informed us that our demands will be taken care of and very soon the files related to our recruitment will be processed. But we were surprised to see that the minister left his residence without speaking to us. Later, police, TSR and CRPF troops charged lathis on all the protesters, even though our protests were peaceful. Over 50 job aspirants were reportedly injured in the melee, of which 3 persons had to be hospitalized. Quote, "2 of our protesters received critical injuries on their hands. Another protester's leg was fractured. Even a pregnant woman was beaten up by male police officials. We have been treated like terrorists, not teachers," claimed Bhaumik. Meanwhile, CPIM, Congress and Trinamool Congress leaders rushed to the IZM hospital in Agartala where the protesters were admitted. Speaking on the issue, CPIM State Secretary Jitendra Chaudhary said, quote, "This government deserves to be called the most barbaric and inhuman government for the last 5 years. This government has been harassing the youths of the state in various ways. I call upon STGT aspirants to raise their voice through organized democratic movement, and we shall stand beside these protesters." Manipur in the past 24 hours witnessed 0 coronavirus cases. The number of active cases plummeted to 1. The state's tally stands at 1,39,920. There were no fatalities due to COVID-19 in the same hours, as per the latest updates from the state COVID-19 Command Control Room. The recovery rate stands at 98.46%, while the death toll remains at 2,149. COVID-19 cases in India witnessed a margin decline, with the country reporting 159 fresh infections in the past 24 hours, taking the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4,46,74,981, while the number of active cases of the infection has dipped to 3,906, which constitutes 0.01% of the total infections. A decrease of 181 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 cash load in a span of 24 hours. As per the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the death toll stands at 5,30,658 as no new deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease has gone up to 4,41,40,417. The country's recovery rate stands at 98.80%. Over 219.97 crore vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Top 3 states contributing maximum number of COVID-19 cases to India's tally are Maharashtra, Kerala and Karnataka. Meanwhile, in the Northeast India, Assam has the highest number of active cases, followed by Mizoram and Meghalaya. COVID-19 has infected over 65 crore and 38 lakh. While more than 66,58,000 have succumbed to the dreaded coronavirus, and recoveries are above 62 crore and 92 lakh. Globally, United States of America has the highest COVID-19 cases, followed by India and France. Manipuri Women Association Assam Hosai and Uma Handloom Committee Hosai District also jointly observed the 83rd Nupilal Commemoration Day at Hosai today. Speaking at the event held at Manipuri Sahitya Parishad Bhavan, Hosai, President of Uma Handloom Committee Chongtham Indira urged women folk of the state to gear up to face the issues already looming over the state. She said the day is remembered every year as a tribute to the courage and sacrifices of Manipuri women who stood against mass exploitation and artificial famine triggered by the British in 1909 and 1939. She said that the day is observed in order to commemorate bravery and sacrifice shown by the mothers of the state and urged women of the present generation to follow the footsteps of the brave mothers.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯥꯁꯤꯡꯅ ꯂꯥꯟꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕꯒꯨꯝꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯅ ꯊꯣꯛꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯤꯡꯇꯝꯕ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯍꯟꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯄꯥꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯅꯁꯨ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛꯀꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯡꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯃꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯛꯅꯤꯡ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯊꯝꯃꯒ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯔꯥꯟ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯔꯥꯟ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯂꯝꯗꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯇꯩ ꯅꯨꯄꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛ ꯏꯃꯥ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯅꯥꯇꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯃꯣꯏꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯊꯝꯃꯒ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯇ ꯏꯃꯥꯅ ꯂꯨꯆꯤꯡꯉꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯑꯣꯏꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ.
Taking part in the event, Vice President of All Manipur United Clubs Organization, Amuko Koizam Helen, said that the Nupilal or Women's War was a demonstration led by valiant Manipuri womenfolk against the colonial authorities. She recounted that the first Nupilal broke out in response to an order by the colonial authorities to send Manipuri men to the Kavo Valley to fetch timber for rebuilding the then police agents' bungalow after it was ravaged by fire in 1904. While the second Nupilal broke out in 1939 in response to the export of rice from Manipur during the Second World War. She asserted that it is befitting to remember the valor and sacrifices of the Manipuri mothers. Helen also noted the incidence of crimes against women, domestic violence, and called upon everyone to make considerable efforts to prevent all forms of violence against women and children. Manipuri flag was also hosted to mark the day. Tributes were also offered to the brave Imas on the occasion. Chairman of Planning Development Authority Manipur and Kairao MLA Laurembam Rameshwar, President of Poirei Lemarol Meira Paibi Apunba Manipur, Longjam Memchobe, President of All Manipur Women's Voluntary Association Manipur Yumkhaibam Kunjurani Chanu, President of Manipuri Short Story Society India Laisom Gulab, President of Manipuri Students Federation MSF Maibam Jules, Uma Hozai Committee Secretary Debashish Datta, social activist Jibon and many people took part in the event. MLA Rameshwar and President of Poirei Lemarol Meira Paibi Apunba Manipur, Ima Longjam Memchobi also led the foundation stone for construction of a new library office for Manipur Sahitya Parishad Bhavan, Hozai, after the event. Thangmeiban Kendra Development Organization Takdo today celebrated its 13th Foundation Day. The event was held at Thangmeiban Govardhan Achauba. Thangmeiban MLA Kumuk Chamjoy Kisan, who was present on the occasion, in his speech showed people's support and cooperation in upholding the organization, which was established with the motto Green Thangmeiban. He also highlighted the various initiatives taken by Takdo for the development of Thangmeiban constituency and lauded the organization for its contributions.
Mamangi trying to issue a Takdo Foundation to Corona fight over the Madura team Mayamba emphasis be by now with the report membership volunteers Bonam Warem Nagatum Sanjagivani, Maju, Yampasina Paki, Manipur, Itipiton Brazagada, ecological imbalance Lakpa. Environmental change mayam lakpa kari gno situm khangba u yan that pani situm khangba noju nung sama problem lakpa masida koi u thabagi si handaki oina lakadoriba chahi sima mathangi tramari suba takdoi foundation de mamangda thamoi banji hana kyamna sangan bangam ge kadui pandamda.
The 83rd Nupilal Day observance was also held at various places in Thoubal district today. Ningombam Apunba Meira Paibi Nupilub, Thoubal Ningombam organized the event at Ningombam Sanakaitel. Among those who present for the event were President of Ningombam Apunba Meira Paibi Nupilub, Okram Thoibi, President of Kangleipak Women's Welfare Association, Thongam Kumulema, Caretaker of Thoubal Municipal Council Ward Number 10, Hizam Jamuna, former Ward Number of board member of Ward number 11, Sanjit Ningombam, and principal of Purna Higher Secondary School, Thawal Sapam Swaminath. Attendees also paid tributes to the portraits of the late Imams. A Nupilal Memorial Run was also held to mark the day. An irate mob in Assam's Baksa district set a vehicle on fire after a newlywed woman died in an accident. As per the reports, the woman, along with her husband, was traveling to the market when their vehicle met in an accident. They had a head-on collision with a car coming from the opposite side. The woman, identified as Kanika Boro of the Randhonipara area, died on the spot during the collision, while her husband is now fighting for his life at the hospital. Following the incident, a mob comprising locals vandalized the other car and set it on fire. The occupants of the car escaped the spot, according to a media report. All Assam Manipuri Women Mera Paibi Coordination Committee AAMWMPCC headquarters Silchar AMWMPCC Chingdong Lekai Chandam Lekai Wapokpi Bibir Gram Lupai Bari and Anuwa Munung also observed the 83rd Nupilal Day today. President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, President A. Sharda, AAMWMPCC President Konzengbam Aruna, Lakhipur MLA Kausik Roy, President of Manipuri Sahitya Parishad Assam N.G. Joykumar, social activist N. Butha Chandra, Chief Advisor of All Assam Manipuri Youth Association KSH Kundal, Chief Advisor of Media Central Committee Assam Ngangom Ramakanta, among others, took part in the event.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯈꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯈꯤꯕ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯐꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯐꯔꯛꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯀꯥꯏꯀꯨꯞꯅꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯚꯥꯔꯠꯀꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯝ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔꯁꯤ ꯔꯥꯖꯅꯤꯇꯤ ꯗꯣꯜꯒꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯚꯥꯔꯠꯀꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯝ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔ ꯅꯔꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯣꯗꯤꯖꯤꯅ ꯚꯥꯔꯠꯀꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯉꯛꯄ ꯐꯪꯅ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯑꯁꯥꯝꯗ ꯗꯤꯕꯦꯂꯞꯃꯦꯟ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯗꯤꯕꯦꯂꯞꯃꯦꯟ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄ ꯂꯥꯛꯏꯕꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯛꯇ ꯋꯥꯔꯜꯒꯤ ꯇꯣꯞ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯀꯃꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯂꯤꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯚꯥꯔꯠꯀꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯝ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔꯁꯦ
तंगदगी हाय मतंदा कोई मिटे इमेज ना तुम तंदो ले रहे हैं अरे कोई इरम दम मणिपुर दगी कोई ना वजह मिटे इमेज ना लाइव तंबो होदना यूनिवर्सिटी को तंबो हो रहे हैं सोम दा होगरी अदबो करम में ना होगदगी हाय बसे नैनबगी मतंदो ओय रे ना लोए साई ऑनरेबल एमएलए ना हरमदा लोअर प्राइमरी दगी टेक बिचे में तोसियन माजु मते पांगे या फजना हायरमे
Labor cards were distributed to beneficiaries of Jiribam today. Members of Sunrise Club, Kadam Tala in Jiribam and Manipur Building and other construction workers welfare board organized the event. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, chairperson of Manipur Building and other construction workers welfare board K. Sarat Kumar asserted that an awareness program on benefits of labor card will be organized soon. He also informed those beneficiaries who have not collected their card to collect it from the club members. Jiribam BJP Mandal Vice President Tahimang Panmay, State Councillor Mutumbina and social activist S. Gitarani were among those present at the event. Around 50 cards were distributed during the event.
Benefit na chimba di mtang da di koi tongan be awareness program am sillaga mudu koi mayam da anan gani jiribam gi lamdam gi leiriba hentu mau nomgi sur ga sajaba tilinaw sing chali che singi mating kharu su pangmung amna ba Manipur building and other construction workers welfare board na masi thormasi packet chabani te te mafum kya da di anamangru na masi kunung jawi phangre adu
Indo-Myanmar border town More also observed 83rd Nupilal Day today. A Nupilal Memorial Run was also held as part of the event. It was organized by Khan Nongpok Apunba Nupi Lup More, Nupi Khunai Chaukat Lamzing Lup More, Minority Women Development Society More and Muslim Women Development Association More. Many Imas participated in the run, which kicked off from Ima Kondong Lairambi, Haurungbung at 9 a.m. A program was also held after the event wherein Dr. L. Kamini Kumar, CCSK consultant, Dr. Asangbam Jiten and Amoba advisor C.H. Ushrani attended as resource persons. President of Khan Nongpok Apunba Nupi Lup More, T.H. Ibemhal Lema, President of Nupi Khunai Chaukat Lamzing Lup More, T.H. Jamuna, President of Muslim Women Development Association More, Jubeda Begum, President of Muslim Women Development Society More, Nurjahan Begum, leaders of civil society organizations and many people took part in the event. Attendees also paid tributes to the portraits of the late Manipuri mothers. Later, prizes were also distributed to the winners of the run on the occasion.
Manipura Lalu Nakabigi Namada Lakiba, Masing Yamaba, Lami Singsina, Manipur Miyamu Karmamona Toki, Kayama Happy Kre, Kayama Swanan Kre, Para Tiba Kangan Kidre, Nasi, Pikliba, Alang Kaya, Matamduda, Mapa Masakangaba, Aduga, Lona Lukam will be Kiana, Nasi Mamiti Mapikang and Ladyba, Aduga, Akway Nupi will be Kiadi, Ijat Mangam Bikiba, Toinaidaba, Masasi, Mama Motabo, but Akway Nupi will be Ijat Putem Sinakiba, Aduguna Matamaduda, Akway Manipur Pishina.
Amid a spate of recent attacks targeting LGBTQ communities in the United States, advocates say the government must do more to protect vulnerable citizens. Late last month, a man opened fire at a gay and lesbian nightclub in Colorado, killing 5 people and injuring at least 17 others. The suspect has been charged with hate crimes, murder and assault. Right-wing demonstrators have also increasingly targeted drag shows during a year in which President Joe Biden has warned of rising violence against LGBTQ communities. Days after the Colorado shooting, the Department of Homeland Security issued a bulletin highlighting the risks of terrorism against LGBTQ citizens and other marginalized groups, noting that lone offenders and small groups motivated by a range of ideological belief and or personal grievances continue to pose a persistent and lethal threat. But while this acknowledgement is a step in the right direction, rights groups say it is not enough. A spokesperson for the Human Rights Campaign, a Washington-based LGBTQ plus advocacy group, said social media companies and other internet platforms must do more to provide a space free from harassment, while the plague of gun violence in the U.S. also needs to be addressed. Well, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be back with latest news and updates.
Ana Layengi office ki thabak amadi koi bachatpada India ki konung New Delhi da laifam laitaba ki awaba koklagani Delhi airport kayam naknana lairiba Mahipalpur da Manipur miyam ki damakta laizare Hotel Ambrosia laifam gi oina lupa lising amadagi hauraga pung kunmari pickup amadi drop ki taxi service laigani restaurant service ka loinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya phangbigani Vishal Mega Mart Ambience Mall, DLF Mall amadi irap laptana nungairaba mafam kaya yobada khudong charaba mafam amani ngasi ma contact tawbirau Hotel Ambrosia A217 Road number 6 Mahipalpur phone number 9643504772
Electric lakdabana maram oiduna asabi ising phanglar haibi nungsa thiningai leitraba Thompson Solar Water Heater. Contact number 9862669522. Aikhoigi address Hairangwaidong Nithamcha Karong, Impal West.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching IS Primetime English News. The 83rd Nupilal Day was also observed in Agartala in Tripura. The event was held at Bamzatia Community Hall, Verimura, Tripura, with Tripura MLA Krishna Dhandas gracing the event. Artists of the Southern Manipuri Art and Culture Promotion Center also showcased Thangta performances during the event. President of All Manipur United Clubs Organization, Amuko Fairoism Nando Luwang laid foundation stone for construction of a Nupilal Memorial at Nalgari Radha Mandap Dabatavari Complex in Agartala, Tripura on the occasion. Secretary of Nalgaria Radha Mandap Devatabari Konthauzam Dilip, advisor of Manipur Literary and Cultural Forum Tripura R.K. Tarunjit, forum convener Khoisnam Birala, vice presidents Thongra Tabam Gaurkishore and Ningombam Bira, members of Manipur Literary and Cultural Forum Tripura also took part in the event.
Thongna Prabha Ipu Ipasing Amadi Imai Belsi Wari Singbul Singaduna, Madu Toguk Singaduna, Nasi Mirol the Hingiba, Equi Miamda, Thonagi in one month Piduli. Thongna Prabha Pai Palkayagi, Mitamdi, Manipur Pandai Mapunkiada, Paksana, Equi Imai Belsi in the Pilani, Thonapari, Yam Toy doing a Haraga, Manipur Masamakta, Amadi Manipur Mapalda, nupilan gi mitam thinbagi wapam sidi masuki matik chang nim Manipur masada su nupilan gi mitam yam thinde aduga Manipur gi mapalam su ayam ba nupilan gi mitam thinbagi wapam le aduna ai khoi Manipuri singna ngalinge matam da khoi nupi singda nganglo piba makhoi ikai kum lut pai ba se ai khoi na ngasidi ai khoi gi nupilan gi mitam singa su Manipur amadi Manipur gi mapam da Manipur singna khundari mapam da makhal khoi mayam ma khilaga da madu khoi na ima ibel sing amadi nupi singda ikai kum na ba madi makhoi da khoi gi sakti pi badu khoi ge dorib ne.
Let's now have the sports news. In sports today, the FIFA World Cup 2022 has only 4 matches left before the mega soccer tournament at Qatar comes to an end. With many upsets in the World Cup, 4 teams have emerged as qualified for the semi-finals, which will decide the 2 squads of the finale. Morocco, Croatia, Argentina and France have met it through the quarterfinals that wrapped up last week. Croatia will attempt to reach its 2nd World Cup final in as many competitions, and Morocco is looking to continue its historic run after it became the first American team and the first Arab team to ever make it to the final tour. Defending champions France edges England by 2-1 on Saturday as Harry Kane missed a late penalty in the World Cup quarterfinals. After Morocco became the first African team ever to reach the semi-finals, France will face the surprising North Africans, earning their place when Olivier Giroud's header proved the difference at Al Bayt Stadium on December 15, while Argentina and Lionel Messi will face 2018 finalist Croatia in the other semi-final after Croatians dump out pre-tournament favourites Brazil on Friday. Third place playoff will be played at Khalifa International Stadium, Qatar on December 17. The final will be played on December 18. Manipuri Wushu player Sadgun Hau Kipgen, who bagged a gold medal in the recently held Mixed Martial Arts National Championship, received a rousing welcome upon her arrival at Imphal International Airport today. The championship was organized by All India Mixed Martial Arts Federation at Goa from December 9 till 11. Many supporters, fans and residents of Sadgun Hau Kipgen's birthplace Saparmaina Gamvazol in Kangpopi district welcomed Kipgen and congratulated him on the achievement. Speaking to media, MMA fighter Sadgun Hau Kipgen thanked the people for their tremendous support and wishes. He also assured to try his best to bring more laurels to the state. Sadgun Hau Kipgen has bagged 2 gold and 1 bronze medals in the sport till date. With the recent win at Mixed Martial Arts National Championship, Kipgen has grabbed the opportunity to participate in the upcoming MMA World Championship slated to be held next year.
Assam gi nupa ne waje usu background ni aina first round minute amai mamang lo sat maming je boro MMA events ki oina di ahumlok sujal ma o champion adudi haibangam de moi camping korkani camping da yaw kan khanga dong khudong chaba je world championship to selection je sida khudong chaba je si phangde awa je thengna de maram di ai ge chamina ba ai ge ajsi amadi ai ge dalar cha mabani na full support adudi
Khundrakpam Kendra Kangkhut defeated Singjamai Kendra Kangkhut B27-16 in the last quarter-final match of the ongoing 4th Oinam Charlie Memorial League Cum Knockout Kendra-wise Kang tournament. With this win, Kaisamthong Kendra Kangkhut has secured a place in the semi-finals. The team will lock horns with Singjamai Kendra Kangkhut A in the first semi-final match on December 14. While Khundrakpam Kendra Kangkhut will play against Oinam Kendra Kangkhut in the second semi-final match on December 15. The tournament is organized by Singjamai Kangkhut under the aegis of Manipur Kang Association at Singjamai Kangsang in Chingamathak Chongtham Lekai since October 23rd. Altogether, 11 teams subdivided into 4 groups are competing in the tournament. The league match between Sagolban United and MPSC Manipur Police of the ongoing Loktak Trophy resulted in draw. The match was played at H. Nilamani Ngangkhalampak Sports Complex for MPSC. Khem Bahadur and Ngam Khohem scored the goals at 11th and 34th minutes respectively, while for Sagolban United, Subhash and Binan netted 1 goal each at 61st and 90th minutes respectively. The trophy is organized by All Moirang Football Association under the sponsorship of NHPC Limited Loktak Power Station. Altogether, 6 football teams subdivided into 2 groups are competing in the tournament held since December 10th. Klasa FC Kaino will take on Neroka FC Sangagpham in the Group B match tomorrow. The Indian women's hockey team will play against Japan in their second Pool B match today. The match will begin at 7:45 p.m. The Indian women's hockey made a strong start to their campaign at the FIH Women's Nations Cup 2022 with a dominant 3-1 win against Chile in Valencia, Spain yesterday. Goals were scored by Sangeeta Kumari, Sonika and Navneet Kaur, while Fernanda Villagran added one for Chile. India got off the blocks to a fine start in the first quarterfinal, making their intent to their opponents very clear. Their efforts paid off with informed Sangeeta Kumari finding the net in the 3rd minute of the game. India extended their lead to 2-0 in the 11th minute when Sangeeta set up Sonika with a fine assist to convert the goal. After a goal-less second quarter, India started the 3rd quarter on an attacking note. This time, it was Neha Goyal who created the scoring opportunity when she picked up an aerial pass and assisted Navneet to score India's 3rd goal. Chile, however, did manage to slip one in the 44th minute through penalty corner via Fernanda Villagran. Sonika was awarded Player of the Match for her impressive display. MPSC Manipur Police defeated YWC Thambalkhong by 2-1 in a league match of the ongoing A. Santa Mitei Memorial 13th Senior Women Football League for IWL qualifying today. The match was played at Lamlong Thongkhong Artificial Turf Ground. Meanwhile, in another league match, YWC Langthawal secured a thumping 4-0 win over UPSA Pukhao. There will be no league match tomorrow. Altogether, 7 teams are competing in the league tournament organized by All Manipur Football Association since August 18. Before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top news headlines once again. Manipur observes 83rd Nupi Lal Day 2022. People fondly remember brave Manipuri women who waged wars against British imperialists. In Gujarat, Bhupendra Patel sworn in as Chief Minister after sweeping state assembly elections, trouncing rivals Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. Imphal City hosts 31st Nupi Lal Memorial Race. Mahood Minister by Kem Janik draws people to draw inspiration from strength and courage of Manipuri women. And over 50 aspirants protesting for teaching jobs as graduate teachers suffered injuries when security personnel resorted to lathi charge in Agartala. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching ICE News and good night.